Hi, this is Sean from Domestic Dynamics. Today I want to show you how to tie up garbage. And that's an important skill if you're working around the house. Maybe you got cardboard or you got newspaper, you got some yard waste, you got some old PVC pipes you want to throw out. You want to be able to tie them up in a nice tight bundle. Now here, what I did, I tied these up with a traditional square knot. I made this as tight as I could. And it sort of works, but it's really not what I need it to be. I really want something tighter so I can just pick that whole bundle up without worrying about pipes slipping out. The problem with the square knot is, as you know, you tie that first knot and then you go to put the second overhand knot on top and the one on the bottom comes loose. You need to get a helper to come over and put their finger there to hold the tension, or you got to try and do it real fast or something. It's just not really, it just doesn't really work. It's a nice pretty knot if you want to tie your shoes, you know, you got the nice symmetry, but it really doesn't work that well for tying up a bundle of PVC pipes like this. So I want to show you a knot that's a little bit different. It's not really any harder to tie, but it just works better in my opinion. This is called a Packer's knot. I'm going to slip my line underneath the pipes here. By the way, this is Mason's line I'm using. This is a braided nylon line, which works a lot better than the cotton or jute twine, because those always rip up your hand. They're sharp and jaggedy, and they just don't have the strength either. Once you put a knot into it, it'll break as soon as you try and pull it tight. So I'm using the Mason's line. It's nice bright color. You can see what you're doing. To tie the Packer's knot, you start off with one end. You tie a figure eight. It's just an overhand knot with one extra twist in it. So you got this figure eight. And then you take this loose end over here and you go through the same hole. So now we have two loose ends going through the same hole in the figure eight. And now we can tighten everything up. Tighten up that figure eight. And once the figure eight is tight, then I can start drawing together this bundle. Now having that figure eight knot, that does two things. For one, it holds the tension for me. I don't need to have a helper come and put his finger here because I've got the figure eight knot holding the tension. And it holds pretty good. I could pretty much just leave it like that, and I could pull it out if I wanted to. I can actually loosen this up. It's not locked in, but it does hold the tension pretty well. And it's working like a pulley for me too. So I got the little mechanical advantage pulling against that, because when it goes through the figure eight knot, it goes back in the opposite direction. So it's working like a pulley, and I get mechanical advantage. I can really pull that nice and tight. And then if I want to lock it in, I can just do a little extra half loop here and then wrap that around my loose end, tighten that off. And that's much tighter than I had with just the square knot alone. But it's still not perfect. If you really want to take your garbage tying to the next level, let me show you how you can do that. I'm using some, it's called paracord. It's actually parachute cord. It's got a breaking strength of, I think, 550 pounds. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start off the same way with the Packer's knot. Tie my little figure eight. Two loose ends going through the same hole. But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a stick. I'm going to put that on top. I'm going to use this as a tourniquet to turn it and I'm really going to draw all the tension out of this knot. So you just tie a square knot on top of your stick. Any stick will do. I just found this one lying in the backyard. So you got a packer's knot under the stick, you got a square knot on top of the stick, and then you just give it a few turns. You don't want to overdo this because you really could easily break something. This gives you a tremendous amount of tension. Okay, and then you just gotta tie this off so it doesn't unravel on you. And you can see now that's nice and tight, nothing's going anywhere. I don't have any PVC pipes falling out of that.